cement don't stick, but I've been told that it only gets harder from there. I said now that I'm young, I just do what I do. I don't second guess too much. Shred my ties and I'm not that wise. I'm not a grown up as such. But all of the talk about the ring and the baby gets me every time. Am I big enough, strong enough to walk along your line? Yeah, baby, building a house so it can fall at the first brick. If a cement don't stick, but I've been told that it only gets harder from there. Say I'm always on the hustle. I don't know just how good I get it, and that there's plenty of men out there with money and muscle. Look at these hips, baby, don't you forget them. But the curves will go, the money we'll spend, what we left with in the end. Oh, she's wanting half and she's taking her claim. I'm saying, who's that bitch with my second name? Mark is building a house so we can fall at the first brick. If a cement don't stick, but I've been told that it only gets harder from there. Yeah, baby, truth be told, I'm only trying to keep our heads above the water. Responsibility, eternal monogamy. I'm not a father, child. You are mother, but you're my pride and joy. Yeah, you are my pride and joy. Yeah, building a house so it can fall at the first brick. If a cement don't stick, but I've been told that it only gets harder from there. Hey, baby, building a house so it can fall at the first brick. If a cement don't stick, but I've been told that it only gets harder from there. That I've been told that it only gets harder from there. That I've been told that it only gets harder from there. Yeah, ooh, 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 yeah.
Hail, hail, and welcome to the HomeBhoys Live podcast here on Monday, the 31st of August. It's almost September. Jesus Christ, it'll be Halloween and it'll be Christmas soon. And the year's over and we're all getting older. But we're back. We're back. We are without Paul Larkin this week. Paul's taking a week off. He's probably getting himself G'd up for Friday night in Carluke because I heard things get crazy in Carluke. So it's just myself, the hill climber, the rambler extraordinaire from Wishy. Jason Higgins is in the house.
He did.
The hiking boots in the hallway, are they?
Nah, you can date into him in your trainers, so it's not too bad.
You need to go and get a sheepdog now. Come by. You know what I mean? And of course, we're joined by the return of the eternal man-child, Mr. David Harbour.
Right, man. I think everybody just shut it there when you said first of all, so it's just myself.
See? It's kind of respect I get. I mean,
just one guy talking, getting gradually fucking drunker as the night goes on.
I'm like
reading off his list.
I'm in control. I'm on the bridge. I'm like a drunk Captain Kirk. I am. Mm-hmm. And these are all Klingons. So we're about to get down to business and talk about a few things. There's a ton of stuff to talk about. I imagine the only place to go right now to begin with is the disaster that was Malmo last Tuesday night, which I just turned the TV off. As soon as the whistle went, it was TV off. I'd say with the kids for an hour playing volleyball in the dark, in the rain, just to take my mind off things. What a kick in the balls! I mean, Jesus Christ! It was a bad performance. But I mean, you have that disallowed goal, which could have been a goal or a penalty, and you're playing against 10 men, or it all went to fucking hell in a handbasket very, very quickly. I mean, Jason, did you watch it at home, or did you go to the club to watch it? Or
I went to my brother's and watched it. Yeah. So I took the kids over, and I was driving, didn't even one drink water.
Jesus.
And see, at the end of it, I was so angry, and just devoid of any kind of positive thought in my head. Absolutely fucking crestfallen, just devastated at what I just watched. There was anger for the referee's performance, because at the end of the day, I know people say it didn't matter, we were the worst team, they deserved to get through. Now, wait a minute, we should have made it one each, and then anything's possible, So I think Ronnie Dial has been a bit unlucky, but at the end of the day, he's still got to carry the can, because he's sent the players out there, and by God, did they let them down. They were fucking pathetic. Yeah. They were an excuse to a football team. They were clueless. And you could go on all day about thing is, see at the start of the game, I was pretty confident. And then after the first 5-10 minutes, Armstrong's burst in the left wing, crossed the ball in. If the guy in the end of that, it could have been 1-0. Then Griffiths went through. He said that volley.
Aye.
So we've had two good chances at the start, and they look as if they're all over the place, because they're not a good side. I don't care what anybody says. They're average. Absolutely average. But they're more organised than us, and they've more belief in themselves. So you've got to put that down to the management and down to... there's loads of variables for me, and summer football is a big thing, because if you look at... I was talking to my mate Jerry the day, and if you go back, when we've played Swedish teams, we were hunting them, and then it's gradually became harder, and now we're losing to them. And it's no coincidence. They're far more equipped for playing in the Champions League. What I find is inexcusable, and the blame solely lies at the Celtic board's door. I don't care what anybody says. But what I find inexcusable is we go into that game with a defence that's never played together before. Mm. We're talking about signing this big Croatian guy. Why did we not sign him fucking 4 weeks ago? Mm. Why did we not... See last Christmas... Last Christmas, we should have had our team in that's going to play in the Champions League, so they'll get 6 months to bed in, because we don't play summer football, so getting guys in the summer is a fucking disaster. So we should have guys in last Christmas that's going to play in this team. If you're putting your hopes in Mikael Lustig to play for any amount of games, you forget it. You're as well betting zero in fucking Las Vegas, do you know what I mean, rather than red or black. The guy's a quality football player, but he's an absolute sick-note. So... He's away to the side. You've got to recognise left back there, and as a gear that plays every week, and Ronnie's infinite wisdom decides to drop him. Brings in Charlie Mulgrew, who is an Aberdeen player at best. And we're signing Dundee United players left, right, and centre. We used to sign Hibs players. I've had a stark realisation that we are the best of a fucking pathetic bunch. I actually thought Celtic were going places. I did. And I bought into everything. And that fucking debacle is just, I mean, at the end of the day, Scottish football, I don't know what's round the corner for it, because every team is out of Europe in August, apart from us getting in a back door because there's a parachute into the Europa League for the Champions League. But by rights, we should be out of Europe as well. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. That would be every team in Scotland out of Europe in August. Where's these emergency meetings? Where is people calling for summits and getting Doncaster and Regan round the table with the chairman? And where is this? Because you know what? They don't really care.
Yeah, well, it's comfortable as it is.
They all pick their wage up.
Yeah.
And they all get their fat bonuses, and the wee chairman of Ross County and Inverness are raking it in because they're getting loads of fans up to their games, the home games, and they don't give anything back. All these wee chairman of Hamilton Accies with his 20 away supporters, he's filling the away end and stuff like that. He's bringing kids through, selling them on at a profit. It's all good in the hood for them because they're making money. Although the TV deal and that shite, there's certain people are making money out of Scottish football. Scottish football is fucking nearly dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we're up there. I mean, By the way, don't kid yourself. It will be a few years and we'll be playing 4 Champions League qualifiers.
Excellent.
Oh, it's in the post. You know, Scotland's coefficient must be absolutely fucking disgraceful. We're pathetic. I mean, people like that, we deserve to win the Champions League. Do the fuck. Yeah. We have never qualified for the Champions League when the second leg's been away from home. Ever. You know, we're not even up to it. You know, and it's fucking galling. You know, I actually thought we were going places, but I kind of don't blame Ronnie Dyer. But in a sense, he's got to take blame for last week. But for the full he has got to take the blame for last week, you know, and I'm starting to doubt him. I've got some mates, Johnny's a great mate of mine, and things he comes out with football, he knows the game inside out. He's lost all confidence in him. He's like, nah. He said for the home leg, you know, he's smarted with the Swedish manager. Or Norwegian. Is it boys Norwegian that manages him?
Jason, it wouldn't be hard to... It's not hard to fucking outsmart him because everybody knows how we're going to play. Everybody knows how we're going to play. And that's all right in Scotland because we've got better players than other teams in Scotland. So eventually we'll break them down and we'll get the goals. But when you're coming up against half-decent sides, they know exactly how we're going to set up. And that's all they've got to do is come up with a game plan to stop how we play it, and that's it. Because we didn't play any other way any other time.
Yeah.
So to have a decent manager, and your man's obviously a bit of experience here at Millwall, the fella, like, you know, he's a good age and that. It's easy. It's easy for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? See the signing things aside, like, no, I mean, I understand what you're saying, because where the fuck are we spending 4.5 to 5.5 million if you believe what's getting quoted for this centre half, right? Now, it's not been dependent on us getting to the Champions League, so you're right. So why was there no signed weeks ago?
Yeah. Obviously, Dinamo Zagreb's in Europe or whatever, so they maybe don't want to let him go.
Well, that's fair enough.
Why have we not got somebody in? We know Denier's away, right? So we know one of our best players is leaving, so he's not available for the Champions League, so we need a centre-half in. Why do we not get a bit of experience in? We need experience. Right. See these signing this lone guy from Man United and signing the Croatia 20-year-old, going to fucking Inverness Cali for the young boy Christie. I mean, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? We need experience in the team. See,
the thing is though, right? I mean, the defence, Ronnie Dyer, I would suffer Ronnie Dyer with no good players in or the board or whatever. I would say, well, to me, that team should have been good enough. If that team performs anywhere near how it could and should perform, then we should be beating that team. They just never. There's only 2 players fucking showed up tonight. One of them's a goalkeeper.
Well, I want to. I've got issues here. He cost the first goal.
He wasn't great at the first goal.
Terrible.
He wasn't great at the first goal, but he still had some good saves.
I'm not pulling him up, but him and Van Dijk were a disgrace at the first
goal.
Players, they were on a bit of single market. Scott Brown and Johansson were a fucking disgrace. I'll tell you another thing, right, and I want to get this out there now. The Green Brigade, that banner on Saturday, brilliant. Yeah. See the amount of Mellings at Celtic Park that booed that. You know, we've got a chief executive who's been in that position for 12 years. What has he done? You're talking about, since he's come in, we've got 20,000 less season ticket holders. We're now not a perennial European candidate. You know, we're getting back doors left, right and centre. We've downsized beyond belief. So that's his remit, and the guy's still getting £1 million a year. Wait a minute here. What major sponsors has he brought in? You know, what has he actually done apart from fucking rip the heart out of our club? The people haven't seen it yet. The hardcore Mellings are there, boo, that's a disgrace, we don't act like that. No, wait a fucking minute. The Green Brigade's banner was spot on. They were gutless. And I'll tell you, see the Celtic players, there should have been a pot of money there to try and reimburse part of the journey for every Celtic supporter who made that journey out of Malmo. Because they players were a fucking disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And they guys that paid all that hard-earned cash to go over there, they should have got 50 quid a head or 100 quid a head, is whatever. But they players should have fucking put their wages into a pot and get distributed about their fans, because it was a fucking disgrace. See, guys, I back him and I love the guy. Great. I think he's amazing. Lee Griffiths. He should have been docked a month's wages for that fucking carry-on kicking that boy. What was that all about? Your big man, Beaton. Beaton was dying to get sent off. He fucking didn't know what day it was. You know, he's running about like a headless chicken and we've all fucking backed his corner. He was terrible.
Right. I mean, he's the guy I expected more than any of them to step forward in Europe. But you get a wee bit more time in the ball and he's composed and shut it. It's just like they didn't know what to be there. I don't understand it because they're experienced players. Most of them are international players.
That
I mean, they're only young, but
aye, that Rosenberg ran the show. Him and Berget were the best two players in the park.
Aye. Rosenberg's a player, like, definitely. I mean, he changed that entire side. He seemed to galvanise the whole Malmo team. Like.
But the Celtics business model, we cannot sign players like that now. They're gone for us. We need to sign players that we need to sell on at a profit. I mean, why? I mean, see this. We need to play that way. Why can you not adapt? Adaptability in any business. See, see if a business model's not working, you change it. Fucking,
Jason, you're saying exactly the same thing that Tom English said on News Talk like last week.
Right.
He said Celtic fans need to get used to the fact that Celtic are buying potential and hoping to sell it on for big money. He said that's what it is. He said there's no plan of progression. There's no like goal to get to. It's let's keep trotting along, getting the Champions League. It's like you're spinning your wheels, but those wheels are generating cash, generating entertainment and TV money and what have you, and season tickets. So there's no like. There doesn't seem to be any kind of model in terms of going forward.
No, and you're not even spinning your wheels because you're got back the way.
Because all I can think about is Peter Lawwell's measured on the balance sheet at the end of the season, regardless of how he makes it up. So he's probably gave up in trying to get more people through the gates. He probably realised they'll have said, the economic downturn, so we can't do anything about that. Some pitch like this. So basically, his way of balancing the books is buying small and selling big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like that. I don't know. I've made that up. But he must have measurable fucking objectives that Dermot Desmond, maybe he hasn't, but I'm thinking he must have. So why not get him, measure him on the amount of season tickets you sell? You need to get more fans in here rather than how much you sell players for. So you need to get more fans in here. So European progression and season tickets. How's about that? We've got a chief executive that's been here 12 years now. It's time to change.
It should be measured on qualifying for the Champions League. That's the bottom line. Like, I mean, that is the aim. That should be the aim for them, even financially. Dude, that's. I mean, it's 20-odd million pounds gone. Like.
Yeah, but you're asking yourself as well, Harper. If we had got to the Champions League, we're still going to sell Van Dijk anyway. So I mean, like, do you not think the plan should be get to the Champions League, take that money, bank that money, keep your best players, buy in some other players. Keep things like financially on a level playing field. But it doesn't seem to work like that. It's like hoard the money, get the money in, get the money in, get the money in.
We can't keep our best players, Joe, because you've got to remember these guys will be told, look, come and play for us for 2 seasons and you'll get your move to the Premier League. I mean, these things will all be agreed. Like we already knew. We all knew last season that Van Dijk could be told, look, you can go as soon as we've played the qualifiers. Yeah, so these guys are coming to us. They're not coming to come and make a career in Celtic.
I know, but what annoys me about that is then what are we waiting for in terms of like success, say in Europe, or something like super entertaining, something we can hang on to and go, this is the real deal. We're just waiting on some passing miracle, like a Henrik Larsson, to come along and light up the place.
See, the thing is, right? Anybody having a punt at it, saying to themselves, they're going to sell Van Dijk for roughly 10 million quid. Right. Yeah. So, okay, you've not got the money in the bank, but you're going to get 10 million for him.
Aye. So
why don't Celtic go and spend that? And that's speculating to accumulate to get into the Champions League. Why don't they go out and spend £5 million on like a 29 or a 30-year-old quality defender? And pay him a decent wage. I mean, why don't they do that? It's just like, we're set up to fail. Our league doesn't help us. The full Scottish setup's a fucking joke. But at the end of the day, we need change. I don't want to change Ronnie Dyler. I like Ronnie Dyler, but I think Ronnie Dyler, he's clever enough to maybe realise, maybe take a step back, and maybe he needs to change. I don't know.
He's going to have to, Jason, because this rigid formation, it can only go so long. You've got to adapt to your surroundings, man. And it's just. Teams are going to eventually have it worked out. As I say, it's all right in Scotland because you're better than everybody. But even the warning signs were there the couple of games before Malmo. The goals were lost at the back. The fucking midfield, no protecting the defence. The warning signs were there. But still, I mean, to me, those players, like, I can't remember Brown playing as bad as that in a long time. Johansson's had a terrible season.
The players let him down big time, but
they did, aye. And, I mean, James Forrest and probably Armstrong were only 2 in the first half, but the rest of them, I don't know, man. I mean, even that fucking clown when he comes off the bench, the Turk, Shiftgater, fucking, I still can't get his name right. I didn't understand. I just didn't get that signing at all. It might turn out, I might be wrong, and he might turn out a player, but I just didn't see it. I've seen nothing, not a thing from him in any game he's played in. And this might be harsh because he's not had a lot of game time and that, but I just didn't see it. You know, you get a gut. Jason, you've been going to football as long as me. You know when you just got a gut when you see a player. He's a player.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing in that fella that suggests that to me whatsoever. No, I didn't mind we'll come on to it later, talk more in depth probably. I quite like the Christie signing. I think he's one that could really, really turn out to be a good player, and he's not costing them. And it's signing him is no signing stopping you from spending the money elsewhere because it's only costing $500,000 or something. You know what I mean? But
the thing is, we're filling our team with Scottish players. That's their model. I mean, every Scottish team gets bombed out of Europe at the first hurdle. And that's what we're filling our team with.
We're trying to fill it with the best Scottish players, but at the end of the day,
I get that. But at the end of the day, if you fill your team with the best Scottish players, I think you're going to be coming a bit short.
And here, Celtic rocking.
The problem with Jason is it's the best Scottish players that are playing in the SPL. It's not the best Scottish players that are playing around world football. It's not the Scotland international team. If you see what I'm saying, you know what I mean? We're just becoming so inexperienced. I mean, you've got a potential there. They signed the big Croatian, right? I mean, I don't know nothing about him, but the money they're talking about him, I understand that. But 21-year-old, right? You could be potentially just looking at defence shortly. Janko, Boyata, the big fella coming in. I'm not sure how you say his name, and Blackett at left back. I mean, that's a reserve team, like.
Yeah.
That's a youth team fucking back four.
Yeah. And that's I
don't know, man. It's just that's a bit.
The thing is as well, you've come to the end of the season, right? Your Blackett's away back to Man United.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You've got him in load.
Right.
So that's not going to help us next year in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So see, come Christmas time, do we get somebody in that's going to be there next season? So you're thinking maybe you sign the big Croatian, he's a success, you think he's going to stay for 2 years, so you're probably going to have him next year. Boyata, hopefully settled in, becomes a decent player. Then your fullbacks. The thing is, talking about it today, Adam Matthews, we get what for him? 1 million, 2 million? What did we get?
I've no idea. Can't remember.
He would have walked into that team last week.
Yeah.
Oh. You say to yourself, you've got a fullback here, Mikael Lustig, that's never fit. We've got Matthews here. Why don't we keep him until we know if the Champions League qualifying is done?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm.
It's a fucking disaster, man.
It does, like, when you lay it out, like that, it all looks a bit clueless.
You think with the amount, and I want to go into this as well. I mean, at the end of the day, see, really, in the reality, once the Europa League draw was made, I'd forgot about the Champions League. I didn't even watch the Champions League draw on Thursday because I was that sick. Champions League now doesn't interest me because we're not in it. I won't watch any of the games unless I've got a bet on it.
I'm same every year.
Aye, but it's like, so we're in the Europa League now, but that is our level. So as fans, I just hope the fans turn out, because we've got basically their Champions League class games against Fenerbahce and against Ajax.
Aye.
Hopefully Celtic Park will be rocking, and at the end of the day we've slagged the board and stuff like that, but I think the pricing structure what they've done for the 3 games, £66, I think that's brilliant. You can't grumble with that, £22 a game. So Celtic fans are crying out and saying, right, we want better opposition. You've got better opposition now, so hopefully everybody will turn out, but I've got my doubts.
I'm hearing, I'm going online and I'm seeing people saying that, I'll not be going to the Europa League. It's fucking, and they're like, what the fuck are you on about? So, I mean, you go to the football every week because it's Celtic, you love Celtic. I didn't go because of who the fucking opposition is. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm like that, but obviously, the thing is now, Harper, it's not got the same attraction. I mean, kids have got loads to do. See, I can't get my two to go to the game.
Forget about the kids, Jason. We're talking about guys who are coming across to me in their 30s and 40s that I'm reading online, and it's like, if it's not the Champions League, I'm not interested. Fuck off then.
Harper, I work in the town, And I work with Celtic supporters. I'm the only one at the mall that goes to the football.
Seriously?
Yep. None of them go.
Ever?
Yeah, they'll text me and stuff like that about it. They don't go.
That makes no
Not
sense.
interested.
That
I
doesn't
don't know
make
whether it's money or whether they're under the thumb or... They don't go. But my mates all go. The guys I work with who are Celtic supporters that have had season tickets in the past and stuff like that, they don't go.
Because there's no competition.
Well, because it's on TV, they can get dodgy feeds, they can get home and get 6 cans of Tennent's Lager and sit and watch in the house, and their wife doesn't moan because they're away out, and it's like... See, at the end of the day, see, when they talk to me about Celtic, I don't really take heed of anything they say, because I don't even deserve an opinion. You know, that's the way I am.
I think they're the types that want Safeco in the Premier League.
Well, not really. No, they're the types that want to die again and stuff like that. They're the types that bloody kind of die again, but you know what I mean. They're the types that's like obsessed with the fucking Phil McGillivray shite and all that. See all that. It does my tits in. You know, I'm not interested the slightest.
My other comic's like that too. He's like that too. He died to have Rangers back in just because, like he said to me before, he said, "See that hatred? It's great." And I'm going like, "Yeah, but then what about Celtic in general?" You know what I mean?
Who's this?
My uncle.
Oh, your uncle.
Aye.
But he's probably never been at Celtic Park. I don't know. Does he go to the games?
Oh, he's been going all his life.
All right, they still go.
Oh, he still goes, aye.
All right, fair enough. You know, but the folk that go, I can understand. That's fine. You know, you're entitled to your opinion, but it's fucking ripped the heart out of me, this pish. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's all ifs and buts, but obviously it's raging with the refereeing decision, which is monumental.
Aye, that was fucking
We've
disgusting.
got a fourth, I've watched it on the TV. So Chris Sutton, I've no time for the guy. I loved him when he played for Celtic, but the pish he comes out with after it. But I couldn't disagree with a word that he said. He was going mental, saying, these idiots, these fourth officials, what's this guy getting paid for? The guy's fucking saved the ball basically on the line by punching it with his hand.
Aye.
And he's gave a handball against Celtic. Or a foul, I don't know what the ref gave, but...
It was definitely hard, because, see, I paused it and I rewound it, and I put it, because it was just when the referee walks away from the clown behind the goals, right, he grabs his wrist, know that action with the goal handball.
Yeah.
He has one fist up in the air, so and then he grabs it with the other hand to handball, right, and you just saw it flash for a millisecond on the screen, and I went back and I paused it. So the referees came out and he said it's a free kick for handball. I couldn't. I'm like, what the fuck, like? Do you know what I mean? The referee was looking straight. The referee was looking straight at it for a start. Never mind what the fucking boy behind the goal says to you. He was looking straight at it. He was in line with it.
Yeah.
Terrible. Fucking terrible. It changes the game. It changes the game, Jason, because the players weren't playing confident. But they get that, and that suddenly then that gives them the extra fucking, the bit of heart, the bit of belief.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just think the pressure is on too much on them for young guys who've never done it before. They know what it means financially and that to the club and everything, and what it means. And I just think it got to them. To be fair, like. But Virgil van Dijk doesn't cover himself in glory at all from you in Europe this season.
It was terrible.
He's a great player, and there's a boy at my work who listens to this, and he thinks he'll get found out in the Premier League. Whereas I didn't quite agree with that, but he's been terrible in Europe.
No, I think
I don't know. I don't know if it's because players round about him unsettles, or I think maybe in a better team he'll be a better player. But he's still to blame this week.
He'll be.
And I don't think I had these clowns on fucking TV3 I watched on here. And they're saying, because they were sort of alluding to the fact that he probably shouldn't have been playing, knowing that he was going to be leaving and he's not really care. I didn't get that from him at all. I think he'd done everything that he could, but he was just bad on the night.
But I agree with you. If he goes to England and he's playing with better players round about and he's playing in a better league, he'll become a better player. He'll be a success down there. I've got no doubt about that.
How are we losing 4 goals to Malmo and 3 of them with corner kicks?
Yep. Terrible. And the thing is,
unbelievable.
Yep. You know,
and do you know what? See, did you watch when they were playing the Champions League music? The camera had to go down a bit of foot when it came to the Malmo team. They're all midgets.
Yep. And for being 2-0 up and 3-1 up, to
I
lose
said
tie.
to boys in my work, I think Mulgrew or Commons will play the night. He'll put one of them in the team because I think they're going to be vulnerable at set pieces, and we'll want somebody in the team who can deliver good balls in.
We never
And
got
Mulgrew
set.
started, but we never got any. And we couldn't even fucking win headers in the end box.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
He was out his depth. You know, it was. But as you said, the too many players didn't turn up, and it was an absolute shambles. It was a shambles.
The fact as well, I mean, I have to think Armstrong went off with a knock. I still never heard if that was, but how Johansson stayed on the pitch.
Yeah.
And he should have been off at half time. All he looked like he was going to do was give away free kicks. Ran about like a heedless chicken with absolutely no purpose, no discipline, and it was absolutely terrible. We just left massive holes in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I look in the chat room. Tam Donnelly's in the chat room, and he mentioned about Law. It's nothing to do with Law, and he's assembled a team there. What I would say to Tam is, Tam, you were at the meeting with me in Celtic Park when Peter Law says there's a right good chance we'll be going to England. And he also said we're not going to summer fit because people go their holidays in the Glasgow Fair and they wouldn't buy a season ticket. Now that's not to me somebody with his eye on the ball.
You know, like Glasgow Fair pitch, that is the biggest.
It's the guys. Obviously, he's got his good points, and people are just obsessed with this. See, because Rangers died. See, because we're in a sound financial footing. It's just like, oh, better the devil you know. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, that's pish. Celtic need a new direction because I blame Celtic for the state of Scottish football. Because we are the most powerful juggernaut in Scottish football, and we're letting Scottish football die. Because nobody's bringing summits together to get the game changed. You know, because the game needs changed. Scottish football needs fucking gutted from top to bottom. You know, but it's people are, see when people are getting into, because I've seen some chats for the Green Brigade and things like that about want to change for boardroom and maybe Ronnie Dial and things like that, and they're not happy with it. But I think there's a bigger picture here. I don't think it's about Celtic in the here and now. I think it's about the full Scottish game. You know, I just think I look out my window and all the kids playing football, and it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, Chelsea. That's the strips that are running by my window. You know, Scotland's turning into like Ireland when you go out there now, and nobody's got Celtic strips on.
I'm actually surprised now when I see somebody in a Celtic strip in Dublin.
I understand.
So
I kind of feel like I know all the Celtic things.
I know.
And by the way, at the end of the day, it's getting critical time. You know, because under Peter Law's watch, there's 20,000 season tickets squandered.
No,
that game on Saturday, that stadium was empty. People are giving up.
Yeah.
And see, once they give up, they won't come back.
But like you said, Jason, Scottish football is sinking overall. But the problem is, we're being allowed to sink with it.
Yep. We're helping it sink. We're the heaviest weight on it.
Exactly. That's okay. We're the anchor, fucking like just not doing nothing about it as the biggest power in Scotland. And with the Europeans who are power as well. But
it's just like it's as if all their time and energy is vested in this ticket to get out of Scotland, which isn't going to come.
I think that's what they at the back of it is. That's what they believe, Jason.
But their fallback,
their
fallback, Sevco getting promoted, and then everybody will run back. I'm sure that's what they're banking on.
But that's not going to happen.
No, because people were drifting away before fucking the old Rangers get died.
I know.
We've still got hardcore support, and that's there. But,
I remember like you're talking about like Celtic fans in Ireland and Dublin and everything, and I was talking to my mate in the work there who lives in Dublin, like, you know, and I was saying to him, I was talking about the Fenerbahce game. I was telling him you were booked up to go, Jason, like, you know? And I says, it's the game, it's the 10th of December. I says, luckily for me, it's a 6 o'clock kickoff because I'm going to see the Happy Mondays that night. He says, oh, well, you go watching the bad ass. That's what, you know, the Celtic supporters going there, you know. I was like, I don't know, I'll probably go find somewhere closer to Vicar Street. He said, you better watch. He says, like, most of the pubs will put Celtic on the television. I was kind of like, what? I was like, well, the only game on, like. And he went, you can go to certain pubs if you put Celtic games on. We didn't put Celtic games on here. Can you believe that? Like,
Huh?
so I mean, and that's if there's not even another English game in that one. They're not put Celtic on the television. In all the pubs. That's how bad it is. In Dublin.
Terrible. But it's like, honestly, mate, it's here, but I would never ever have seen the day that it would happen here. You know, because Scotland is a football daft country. So see when people had the, linking it to the League of Ireland, League of Wales, and I'm like, away you go. Ireland's got Gaelic, Wales are rugby. Scotland's football daft. Do you know what I mean? That will never happen here. But you can see the kids now. Unless their dads are rabid Celtic supporters like I can't take my kids now. They've got other things going on. I've got 2 season tickets sitting there that's going to waste half the time. I get the training on Saturday myself.
The kick-off times are killing it as well. Like.
Saturday was bloody 3 o'clock.
I know Saturday was 3 o'clock, but you know what I mean? The kick-off times. And because I think we've said it before, it's very easy to, once you stop going 1 week, and then it's very easy to just fall away from it altogether.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And they kick-off times for television they're chronic. Like, I mean, I've said it before, I'd quite happily go with it. Seeing the games on TV here on Sky BT.
Hang on a minute, Harper. Tam's in the chat room. He says kick-off times are not helping the crowds. No Celtic's fault. Celtic sign up to the fucking TV deal, Tam. He's 25 quid split between 10 clubs.
Right.
You know, I mean,
they should just tell them around that.
Aye, exactly. Celtic sign up to this fucking TV deal.
Yeah.
You know, as long got a gun to his head when he signs up to it. At the end of the day, what do the chairman no pull together and say, right, just sack the TV. Let's get back to Saturday, 3 o'clock. You know, it's a joke.
I believe that would make a huge difference. That and Saturday football, summer football would make a huge difference.
See if summer football doesn't come into Scottish football in the next few years, we're finished.
I mean,
certainly finished in the European stage anyway.
Aye, it's critical stage now. Stage.
See, the thing is about these qualifiers, right? It seems to be the qualifiers that all these teams are in these leagues that play summer football. Do you know what I mean? We're not playing qualifiers against teams from England or Italy or Spain for the most part. It's all teams in fucking Russia, Scandinavia that are all halfway through the season. Just about everybody we play. We're on a level footing in that regard. Nearly everybody we play is already into the season. Because all the top leagues don't do it. It's the lower leagues that we're competing with. And we're the only league, really, that are playing the old fucking what we're playing, if you know what I mean. We're not playing summer football.
I know. And it's just, they're set up to fail. We're absolutely set up to fail. I mean, where is the summits with every Scottish team? I mean, this isn't a Celtic thing, but Celtic are the biggest fish in the pond by a mile. But every other team in Scotland's pumped out of Europe. It would be a miracle if somebody get into the second round. You know, so the coefficient, Scottish football is a joke. But people are using the comparison to Irish football. When's the Irish football ever been any good? You know, it's like, how's that a barometer? Look at Swedish football. We pumped Helsingborg, right? Then Elfsborg, we were lucky to get by them. And now Malmo's beaten us. There's a trend there. The Scandinavian teams are better equipped for European football than us. In the end of the day, they'll not go in and win it. But they'll qualify for the groups. But this kind of gets into the argument as well. See, if we qualify for the groups, I know we'd have been in pot 3, so we wouldn't get the same draws as them. But you can imagine we were in a group with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. The big 7-0 at Celtic Park was in the post. And it wasn't for us. You know,
I kind of think, though, if we had made it, we would have had to invest in, surely. Proper investment. I think we would have still signed the same players.
You can proper invest in Scotland. You know, you can speculate to accumulate by getting a couple of experienced players in. But
I mean, I think we could have attracted players who would have just came for a season even just to play the Champions League.
Potentially, but at the end of the day, it's all down to their wages. It's all down to the bottom line. Whether you're Europa League and Champions League, if we're sort of offering somebody the same wage, I don't know if the Champions League would swing it for them. Maybe it would. I don't really know. But I think the biggest thing is using it as the stepping stone. And you made the point earlier, Harper. I agree with you there. You know, we need to sell Celtic as we need to sell Celtic as a stepping stone. Sadly, may it be, but somebody coming from abroad, if you say, look, you maybe get noticed down in England, and this can be your stepping stone to get there. You know, but so it's, I don't know.
But the problem is the problem with that though is we're going to players that are totally unproven. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. We're praying that the work out.
We're just gambling all the time. We're just gambling all the time. I mean, I can't remember the last time we signed a player that I kind of knew.
Aye, I know.
With the guys that we signed within Scotland, like.
By the way, I listened to a bit of Celtic Rock and Roars. I didn't listen to it all, but he made a point. I don't know how true this is, but he made a point about. He used a comparison between Celtic and Porto. And about the amount we've got similar turnover.
Oh, I've heard that before the last few years.
But these figures that he used, I don't know how it. Seemingly Celtic's get 6 scouts and Porto have got 160.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any truth in that.
I think we've about their scouts in that.
Seemingly all our scouts are in Scotland.
See, the problem
with the scouts in Scotland, one of the Irish should know every player in Scotland.
See the problem with comparing us to Portuguese teams.
I know. But I'm talking
all the Brazilians and everything. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, if you've got 160 scouts compared to our 6,
but I don't think that's true.
I don't know. I've no idea.
Doesn't it sound right?
Aye. Celtic Rock and Roars, if you can tweet us or whatever, if you're listening or whatever, I'm sure he'll answer it. But he's quite good at doing the old research and stuff like that. I get all of this, the Brazilian stuff. I'm not getting to the point. I totally agree with you. Celtic can't compete in the same market as the Portuguese teams because of the dual nationality with Brazil. I totally get that. But I'm just thinking we could cast our net a bit further than it is. I don't know.
But Jason, we are casting our net, but we're only bringing in they're all projects. Like, that's the problem.
Aye.
We're not signing any experienced players.
And we need some.
I mean, but we're talking about signing Stephen Fletcher, right, on loan for this season, right? Now, I think Stephen Fletcher could come in and do a good job for Celtic. I'm basing that on the Stephen Fletcher. I didn't watch English football. I believe he scored 8 goals in the last 2 seasons. I don't know how many games he's played. I know he's injured a lot. But I see him playing for Scotland, and I think he's a player who could come and do a job for Celtic. But that's the kind of experience, though, that we need.
Yeah. I also believe McGeady. I think McGeady's away on loan to Sunderland.
Yeah.
As he wrote, I think he will. I get text the other day, he's going on loan to Sunderland. I believe he would do a job for us as well. But I'll tell you what, I watched the game Everton against Barnsley last week and he got hooked at half time. They were 2-0 down to Barnsley. Fuck, I'd have been better than him. It was embarrassing. It was pathetic. And when they hooked him, they brought in Delafeu and Bartley. What a difference. They ended up winning 5-3. But it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Can I ask you a question as well, right? Am I right in saying Darnell Fisher went on loan to St Johnstone?
I don't know about that. He's went on loan somewhere.
Why is he went on loan? Why a guy who knows the team, who's played with our defence, why is he not kept?
I know.
Why is he not playing before Janko, who's hardly played a game?
Yeah. But I think
doesn't make any sense. The boys never let us down when he's played.
I know, but he's not been playing for ages as well. It was a total clusterfuck. You get into your most important game of the season with 4 guys that's never played with each other. You know, and if you're changing one fullback, don't change the 2 of them. You know? So, it's fucking criminal. But what do you do? It just drains the life out of you because but I'm brainwashed as well, you know, and it's this Champions League. It's just because the Malmo home game, you get in there and like you don't see it at all, but you get in there and that stadium is rocking and you're just like, this is just amazing. And you're like, another 3 nights of this, you know? Aye. And then you're thinking now, fucking bloody hell, we're going to play in that Europa League and the top tier is going to be shut. But I heard they opened it. I just hope the fans buy the tickets and we can get the place rocking. Hopefully Ajax, because we all hate them. You know,
how can we get? Listen, let me ask you this, right? What's your average home gate in the league?
Me, personally, I would say it's under 40. I know they show that they give you attendances of 40,000. I would say 35 maybe.
Right, wait a minute. So, wait a minute. Just say 35 to 40,000, depending who you're playing. Maybe you play Aberdeen, that's fucking 45,000, whatever, you know? Right?
Yeah.
How is Aberdeen at home in the Premier League a bigger attraction than playing Ajax or Fenerbahce in the fucking Europa League? The fact that you have to maybe shut the top tier.
It's because they bought their season ticket. A lot of people just buy that and they'll not go and buy any other tickets. Plus the fact but Europa League, some games I don't either have, but some games are 6 o'clock, some are 8. I don't know. I'm making excuses up for them, but it's fucking, you know, if Celtic are playing in the Moon, I'd want to go. It wouldn't matter where the game was, you know. I just find it, but there's loads of Celtic fans now that they're pub Celtic supporters. Tons of them.
But Jason, I don't understand how you're getting more people want to go see Celtic playing fucking dross in the Premier League than go to see Celtic in the European.
It'd be interesting to know how many folk are walk up and buying tickets on the day for Aberdeen. Probably not that many. Whereas
I've got a feeling. I think we'll have big crowds for the Europa League.
See, especially
I think a lot of things have been said last week, right? I think a lot of things have been said in anger, and I think when people actually realise when the dust settles that, well, we're still in Europe. We've got 6 games to play in Europe, right? Jason, let's be honest, right? We remember the 90s and that, the late 80s, the early 90s, when you go fucking one game in Europe and you were out.
We used to take 15,000 to pre-season friendlies down in England because that was a European trip.
Aye. That's what I mean. So that's what I said to you the next day. I've kind of made my peace with it already, but I think about even before the draw was made, I'm kind of looking forward to Europa League because I think we can actually compete. Although I was looking back at that performance, well, if we play like that, we'll not fucking compete. But I think the players with the pressure off, I think we can compete in the Europa League. We're setting seats in that group.
Yeah.
Why can we not go on a run and get play European football past Christmas again? I think we can.
Aye.
And how is that not looking forward to? See what, Jason, right? When you come to, I just want to look at it for a minute from a football point of view, right? On the pitch, forget about the fucking money they get. Oh, as soon as you hear it, you talk to people who support English teams and that and the work and everything, right? All they want to talk about straight away is that, but you didn't get as much money for playing the Europa League. I didn't give a fuck, I didn't get any money.
See your modern day English supporter, they look at the Europa League as a hindrance.
That's what I mean.
It's a hindrance to them.
But where does it matter to me? I know it matters to me because then you've got money, you buy players. But what I mean is, how is that your first thought? Well, the Europa League's not worth any money. It gives a fuck. It's Celtic playing in Europe. It's Celtic got its new places to go visit. It's good teams. The Europa League's got good teams in it.
This is a Harper. This is the point I was going to come on to. I know I've been kind of suicidal talking about Celtic earlier on, but you might think this is mad. But see the Europa League draw, I wouldn't swap it for a Champions League draw now we're in it because I'm going to Istanbul. You know,
exactly.
How magic a trip is that going to be? Going to watch Celtic play Fenerbahce in Istanbul.
Aye.
That is phenomenal. That's a city that I've always wanted to go to. You know, and it's just like everybody watches Galatasaray and Fenerbahce games on the TV, right? And see when they're going about Celtic Park's the best atmosphere in the world, I kind of say to myself, well, I've kind of seen some of these stadiums in Istanbul, and I can assure you they're a bit more avid than Celtic Park, and it's just like I cannot wait to go over there. Mm-hmm. You know, and see as a football fan, see another thing, see like Virgil van Dijk, I would rather we just kept him and run his contract than let him play with us. Just say, you're not gone, I'm not caring if we get any money for you. Because at the end of the day, see when we get the 11 million or 12 million, I'm not going to see any of it.
Yeah.
Are we going to reinvest that 11 million in the team? Probably not.
No.
You know, maybe reinvest a quarter of it. So at the end of the day, what difference does it make to me? You know, I don't look at Celtic's balance sheet. I couldn't argue about how much turnover we're having. I don't bother with it. I support 11 guys in a green and white shirt. I want them to win football games, and I want them to play good football when they're doing it. If they play bad football when they win, all right, I'll accept that. If they play good football when they get beat, I'm not too keen on that. But both of them together, I'm delighted. But do I care? And the money side? Nah. You leave that to the money guys. But at the end of the day, then when things start going askew, Then you start analysing stuff. But some people, and by the way, a lot of these guys, they couldn't find Celtic Park on a map. They've all got a voice because they're on the internet. But all they care about is balance sheets, and we've made this kind of profit. And the bottom line is this: the Green Brigade brung out a banner. The Green Brigade supports Celtic as good as any other Celtic fan in that stadium, and yet loads of folk in that stadium booed it. Why? They were only saying whatever every normal, like-minded person was thinking. The players were a disgrace in Malmo, and the board is a disgrace. That's what I feel. I don't think there's any contentious there. But at the end of the day, as soon as they put their banners down and back to supporting the team that they do best, I fully back the lads for what they've done. And see all these people that are precious, we want to support the team, so we shouldn't be bringing banners out like that. Fucking let them know they were a disgrace.
Yeah.
Highly paid professionals. We can't slag anybody. Right, all right, when they're playing the game, you're no one. I can't abide that either. But at the end of the day, the players are there. They went out. They were an absolute disgrace. It seemingly didn't even come over and give it flat. Was Harper flitting or something?
I don't know what he's doing. He's still
sorry, I was awake at ice.
All right.
What were you saying? It was the door. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. I'm sitting in the attic in the night.
We can hear.
Sitting Vicky upstairs.
We can hear.
I can hear her Carla sit laughing. I don't know if she's watched reruns of last week's game, but.
Here, and by the way, that new Bumblebee jersey's cursed now forever.
It's a fucking joke anyway. Should ban the Bumblebee jerseys for bloody ever.
Yeah. So none of it's good.
Good.
None of it's good. There's nothing good happening there. No, Jesus Christ.
The Europa League draw was brilliant.
I thought
to go back to that, I mean, excuse me. As I say, I didn't understand how anybody can be not excited about that.
Once I found out, I can't
wait for it.
Once I found out, I was like, Malmo's gone.
Ajax after so soon after what happened.
I mean, the atmosphere in the Ajax game. The atmosphere in the Ajax game will be electric. The atmosphere in the Fenerbahce game. How many fans are they going to have?
Exactly.
They could probably sell at the full Rangers end themselves. Because the amount of Turks that live in Central Europe and in the UK. I mean, these
the Jews say they're passionate fans,
big time. Absolute fanatics.
They're so passionate, right? They're so passionate that this happened.
Give him a water.
What for?
He's got a knife.
It's nice. That's a knife.
You seen that online, obviously, aye?
It's not a knife, aye. It was funny for about 10 minutes and then it was shite.
I thought it was hilarious.
Aye, it was hilarious. It was. And I think it was good because the Fenerbahce fans get in the habit, they get into it as well.
Joe was in the Daily Record.
I was in the Daily Record online, my picture.
Were you?
Aye.
How did you do it? Aye, you did do it with your jester hat.
My jester hat. The jester hat's scarier than the fucking the wasp killer I was holding.
Take your eye out with a bell.
Tenny, absolutely. You'll never see me coming. You'll hear me. You won't see me.
Here comes the jingle lunger.
I know, but no, it's a trip that I can't wait to go. And by the way, there is some amount of Celtic fans booked up for that.
I was just going to say.
I know loads more. I know loads more that's going there than it's going to any of the other two. I think Ajax, a load of folk are giving it a miss. There's still quite a few booked up, but definitely nothing like the years gone past. Obviously, people are put off by the Dutch police and stuff like that, but they'll still have a decent support over there. But the Istanbul one, that's really took off. I know loads that are going, so I really can't wait. It's one of the ones I wish I went for longer. I mean, I'm going for 2 nights, but it's one of the places that you want to go and do a bit of the tourist stuff as well, because there's not much to see. See when you look into it, after I booked it up, going on to TripAdvisor and finding out stuff to do, bloody hell. Unbelievable. And the size of the city. See if you stay in the European side, you stay in certain parts of it, you can be 10 miles away from the stadium. You know, when you're in the same city, and they actually tell you see to cross the bridge if you're in a car. It takes you an hour in a car, but you can get the boat. It takes 10 minutes.
It's got two sides. It's got like a European side.
Yeah, in Asia.
And an Asian side, yeah. I'm seeing that.
Where Fenerbahce play, that's the Asian side. So that's where we're staying. So we're staying over there. We're going to stay where a lot of the bars were in the European side. But seemingly it could be a bit of hassle there getting back if you're making your way across the river after the game and stuff like that. So I don't know what the atmosphere will be like. I don't know if they'll be on edge or whatever, or if they'll be decent enough with us. Who knows? I think a lot depends if they enjoy themselves in Glasgow. But everybody's obviously read and seen some of the carry-on that goes on over in Turkey. But by all accounts, Leeds fans and stuff like that get murdered and things. I don't know, but seemingly the word in the street was they were abusing the Turkish flag and things like that. I don't know. But as long as we get that Irish street fighter that was on Facebook to go with, we'll be all right. See that, boy?
See that? Oh, holy sweet Jesus. He was getting it. Somebody hit him with a plank and he just fucking shook it off.
Somebody half that chair over him.
I guarantee he's a traveller.
I'll give you a Drogheda jersey to you. Look at the fucking badge.
It's bulletproof.
Oh, it looks like that, doesn't it?
Well, that's what it's for. It's basically for the Turkish flag. Eh?
There's a common bond.
Why is that?
During the famine, right?
During the famine, Turkey sent boats, aid to Ireland, and they all docked in Drogheda in the Boyne League.
Right.
That's Drogheda took the Star and Crescent as the town's symbol for the Iron League.
So there's actually a pub.
It's always been in Drogheda are actually twinned as a football team now.
Trabzonspor, right?
Because they wear the same colours, and they picked up the Drogheda badge was basically the Turkish flag, you know.
Right,
so they're their sort of brothers in arms. They come out of Drogheda games. Drogheda boys go out there and everything, you know. I don't know whereabouts they Istanbul as well.
No idea.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But they might be. But you're three men. No, in fact, they're outside. I think they're the most successful team that's outside Istanbul.
Right,
the three main teams in Istanbul are Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, and Besiktas. Besiktas, they're the right left wing team. They would be the ones that would be kind of friendly with us. But I don't think any of them are right wing. I think maybe they're very passionate Turks. But I don't think any of them are cutting about following the National Front and stuff like that.
I just think, though, when you say, will it be one of these things, no, we all see that Welcome to Hell, the famous stuff and all that. But the fact that it's the last game, it could make it a bit like that, depending on how, if everyone goes down to the last game, if you know what I mean.
I know. But going to the kind of sightings, they've got the biggest electronic firm in the world, or the biggest electronic firm in Europe sponsors them. So they've just signed Van Persie and stuff like that. They've got a pile of good players, so at the end of the day, they'll probably be favourites to win the group. And I think between us, Ajax and Molde for the second place. No idea how good or how bad Molde is. I think Ajax have regressed a bit for last year, but I think we have also. So who knows? But then it's in the melting pot. The only thing is our defence. If Big Virgil goes, then I don't know. I'm not really too confident about our defence, but who knows? I mean, that's up to Ronnie to sort out. So what about yourselves? What about the 2 years with Ronnie Dyla? Are you still believers, or?
I am. I'm still a believer. I just thought last Tuesday is probably best forgotten. Like I say, Scott Brown was the worst game I think I've seen him play for Celtic. He was completely ineffective. There was nothing going on. But I think Neil Allen was right when he said you can't really blame Dale. I mean, he puts the players out there, puts the team out there, but I think he's doing the right thing. I think he's doing a good job, but I also think that he's probably been offered the same sort of terms and conditions in terms of like, okay, this is how you can do your job. These are the limitations. And I think Neil Lennon had the same thing. Gordon Strachan had the same thing. And I think that's just how Celtic runs. You get a certain amount of limitations and do your best with that, and we'll see where we go. And I think he's just kind of pretty a bit hamstrung by that too. No?
To a certain extent, but do
you not think it's the same thing over and over?
I'm still a believer in Ronnie Dyla and the fact that he wants to play the style of football he wants to play, attacking football, pressing football, everybody fit. But I'm really fucking pissed off with this rigid formation that never changes. It's just too easy at that level for managers to know how to play against us. I think that's been proven. I think he takes. I think apart from the players not performing, obviously, but he has to take a lot of blame for that last week. For me, like,
Yeah.
I think as well, Harper.
72 minutes before he made a sort of tactical substitution, and the game's practically fucking done by then. Like, I mean, he made the substitution at half time. It was enforced and all, but it was a sort of did the changing. Only when Sifty came on, it was sort of two men up front, sort of thing. But even then, it's just a nuts. Collins on the right wing, fucking for left. Collins on the right wing, just pointless.
Yeah, and another thing, Harper. I'm still a believer. You know, I hope the guy can adapt. But see, when you look at the team as well, he's been in the job over a year now. That you've got Craig Gordon, his signing, Janko has, Boyata has. Then you've got Van Dijk, Mulgrew, Brown, Bitton, Forrest, Johansson. Armstrong was his signing, and then you've got Griffiths, Lennon's. So the vast majority of the team's still Lennon signings. You know, he's not really sort of clear.
But the thing is, it wasn't so much cleared out. They were supposed to start playing. He was supposed to mould Dame into his team.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they've done underneath. He used to mould Dame into his team. He was keeping the players that could do the job. And we've seen them do it. We've seen them do it in Scottish football. We've seen them doing it against Inter Milan, to be fair, last season. They just fucking shit it. They shit the bed. They shit the bed last week, man, big time. I just didn't get it how collectively we could all be that bad in the one.
No, I know. And I mean, I still really like the guy. And I mean, everything he says you agree with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's got John Collins there beside him. John Collins is an experienced campaigner.
But he's a bit of a prick.
But he's still.
But at the end of the day, he's not well liked in many dressing rooms, but I don't know. At the end of the day, he was a great player, but I don't know. But if Dyer likes him, you know, that's that. If Ronnie likes him, he's his number two, and that's it. That's what he is. But just at times you think, see if he'd a bit of an old hand there, see if he'd a Tommy Burns, you know, if he'd a somebody there that's been round the block, that's got the respect to everybody. I don't know. I don't know. But there's something not right. There's something not right because they send that team out and player for player, we're better than Malmo. And over two legs with ample opportunity to knock them out. You know, we'd one fit in the next round, but it all fell apart. And there's just something not right. I mean, I'm giving him a pass for last year. See, for the one thing I will say he's culpable was trying to put his mark in the team too early. You know, see, we try to get the team to play that new style. I personally blame that for us getting knocked out twice last year in the Champions League. You know, because he had a group of players that knew the way to play. So you just go with them, let them play that way, and then after you've qualified, then stick your mark on them. But he went right in, and I think he made a schoolboy error there. But I'll give him the pass there because he was just in the door. But he takes full responsibility for this one from me.
Can I ask you something, right? And this is a pertinent question, I think, right? You hear everybody say we need a striker. We need to go out and sign a striker, right? It's imperative.
No point, because we've got Lee Griffiths, the only plays one up front.
It's exactly what I'm just going to say, right? Lee Griffiths scoring just every week, right? So, all right, he gets injured, fair enough, you need a squad, but you've got the shift. I feel really bad. I hate when I can't pronounce names because I think it's a bit disrespectful. But say we sign Fletcher tomorrow, right? Known for the rest of the season. He's coming up to play. The wages they'll be paying him, he'll be playing. Do you know what I mean? So suddenly Griffiths goes to the bench, even though he's scoring every week. And then your man's band's going to be up. He's expecting to play. There's got to be a point where you've got to be able to change this formation.
But he'll do what he done with Stokes. He'll just stick one of them at the left wing.
I'm going to tell you something else, right? See, like say, I mean, Stokes obviously his time's up at Celtic, right? But there's something about I don't know. It's easy to say. I don't know. But Stokes made a difference last week. Probably not. But Stokes started the game against Dundee United. Sepovic still sat on the bench. That's what I'm getting at here.
Is he not away, Skepovic?
I think he's going tomorrow, by the looks of it.
But what I'm saying is, depending on who you're going to get in, I would keep Stokes around about this team. Because I just don't trust that. I would rather have Stokes in the team than the Turk. I mean that. I really mean that. As a striker, not a left winger. I would rather have Anthony Stokes playing centre forward with Celtic than Shifsky. I really mean that. I never seen anything of that boy Dundee United last year. I didn't think he played well against us when we played him. Just thought he looked alright. Christie's a different. I think Christie's. I think he's a good player, and he developed to be a very good player. He's always their best player whenever we play them. But that's besides the point. I don't know why we need another attacking midfielder. We just signed Scott Allen. I don't know where all these players are supposed to go. There's no fucking reserve league. I mean, they're talking about picking Christie out and launch straight away again.
Well, he dropped the blue-eyed boy on Saturday. So is that Johansson maybe at the team now, or was he just getting a rest?
Did you see the rumour that Johansson at Liverpool for $8 million?
$8 million.
What?
Did you not see that?
Don't get me wrong.
I was doing the rounds.
I thought Johansson was a great player last season. For whatever
He was player of the year.
For whatever happened this season, he's been a disaster. You know, and it's I don't know. Do not know. But I would start Scott Allen now. You know, I think Scott Brown's time's coming to an end as well.
Think so?
Well, I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I just think he's not with that European performance here. I know it's all knee-jerk stuff because he's been brilliant, you know. And I don't know. I just feel devoid of any positivity with this team at the minute because they ripped the heart out of me last week.
What's happened to Gary Mackay-Stephen?
He's no. I don't know. I think he's a poor man's James Forrest at present.
That's right.
Right, by the way, that's a good point. Connor's just asked their thoughts on Rodgick. I think the boy's doing well. What a goal he scored on Saturday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Him and Azagiri were outstanding at the weekend. For me, they were the two best players in the park. But Rodgick,
I thought Azagiri got a badge in as well, but he's got the heart of a lion, Azagiri. You know, he's not the best player in the world, but I think it was a bit off not playing him in Sweden. I know hindsight, but no, I just think that helped cost us, you know, because I think if he was there with Armstrong, you know, I don't know, could have opened some more. He might have left us wide open at the back, but fucking hindsight's a great thing. But I think Rodgick, I think the boy's doing well. I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but that goal was class.
Yeah.
You know, that goal was class. And I was slagging Mulgrew, just saying he was pissed and he comes on as a sub and scores. You know, and but the first goal, Griffiths on Saturday, it's like he took a deflection, but he gets himself in the position and has the shot. You know, so that's what happens, you know, and Griffiths is on fire. But I don't think he get much service in Malmo way, to be fair. You know, he's kind of burst onto that chance, that volley after that, but it was inexcusable, that wee lash out to their forward. You're just like, what's going on in your head, pal? Fucking disaster. But, let's stop talking about Malmo. Let's keep coming back to it. So, for the Europa League, if we lose Big Virgil, we need to, I don't know.
This boy's coming in. I mean, we need to talk about the fact that the money that is getting quoted.
$4 million.
I mean, the Daily Rectum's saying 4 million, the Hun saying 5.5 million. I mean,
Boy must be a potential world superstar.
That's what I'm thinking. Apparently, now whether this can't be true, how this would even get out, I don't know. But they're talking that they're getting a 50% selling fee. I can't see Peter Lawler agreeing to that.
Oh, I can't see that. 50%, no.
50% selling fee.
Sell them down to England for 10 million, which is about the maximum you probably can sell players.
Just to get their money back.
To get their money back. No, that's not going to happen.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying what happens, Big Virgil will get your man, he's got straight to the team. Obviously, that fucking money.
It's not a lot. It's not that money. I think that's bull. I smell shite there.
But I mean, the fee's agreed.
So, but one paper's got a 5.5 million, one's got 4. So,
but But no, well, what do you want to do? Come in the middle. Even spending $4 million to me on a centre half seems like.
Aye.
If somebody said that to me, I'd be like, "Well, take your medication."
I know.
Let's spend $4 million on it. Yeah.
I think Everton spent 5 on that John Stones and they've knocked back 37 million.
Here, I love that song they were singing at the weekend.
It was good. But I tell you, there's some strange rumours going about down there about that carry on. With him putting the transfer request in. See, because the Everton fans are in revolt about the board's only spent £4 million. All right, they've got Delafeu, they got him at a cheap deal. And Cleverly, I think, came in a free. So at the end of the day, arguably, it could be more. But at the end of the day, they've only really spent $4 million. So he puts a transfer request in. And after Barnsley away, the players were getting off the team bus and all their cars were parked in a service station. And my mates had stopped, so they went out of Stones. What's happening, kid? Are the board making you go? Are they making you? Hang me, and he burst out crying. The kid. Aye, he burst out crying. And the rumour is that Everton made him put the transfer request in so that they could knock Chelsea back and they could look as if they're trying to build a team. And it sort of deflects away for them not spending any money because they've not got any money. They've not got any money.
But Jason,
What?
that sounds like, that comes bad on, that's like bad for the player, like.
Oh, aye, but do you know for a fact that it was Everton told Wayne Rooney he had to go to Man United?
But what I mean is, though...
But they sold him and they get him because they foregone his confidentiality thing. Rooney was the devil to Everton supporters, but the truth's come out now that Everton made him go. He kind of...
What I'm going to say is, what agent's going to agree to allow his player to be fucking used like?
I don't know, but at the end of the day, if they pay him enough money...
Yeah.
No, but the whole thing about putting the transfer request in.
Aye, but if they pay him enough money, I don't know. I actually don't know, but there's all sorts of fucking skullduggery going on down there. You wouldn't know because the fans are all wanting the board out and there's all these protests and everything. So you wouldn't know. At the end of the day, when you're getting handed £100 million for Sky and you only spend $4 million, there's something all right.
Yeah.
They've not got a pot to piss in, to be honest with you.
How does that work?
They just spend it on wages and they sell all their assets off to try and compete with the teams that have all got investment. So I don't know. Basically, if they get relegated, you'll never see them again.
Jesus Christ.
It's I don't know. I think it's really that bad.
The Premier League, the top of the Premier League is the High Rollers Club. If you haven't got the money to compete, get the fuck out of town.
And that's it. When you look at Aston Villa, that Sherwood's turned around and says, well, I think his remit's to keep them up. Because they're selling all their assets and they're not buying them and he's having to play kids.
But it's the greatest league in the world, Jason.
Aye.
But it's no impregnable either. When you look at Southampton, what they've done the last few seasons.
But what have they really achieved?
Nothing really. They've just beaten some teams who should have beat them.
Aye, and they've got the odd Europa League qualification that they get bombed out in the first hurdle. And you look at
I understand that, but they seem to be going forward, and I'd say their fans are probably saying, well, it's a far better position where they were 10 years ago.
Aye, but that's a load of balance sheet supporters because they built a great team and they sold the lot of it. Do you know what I mean? And they're starting again and they're fucking rank this season. Saying that, though, they're a good one against Norwich or whatever, but it's at the end of the day, you can't break into that top four. They've got it sewn up. Yeah. It's fucking done and dusted.
It's more or less its own league.
It doesn't interest me. Anyway.
Man City have got the best league in the world won.
That's what I said today.
We're fucking no to August yet.
That's what I said today. I should say that league, it's over. It's over and it's August.
I know, but then back to the hoops, and it's just like you just hope kind of Ronnie gets it right. I mean, this is the thing. I go to a couple of websites, and this is, I don't know what you think of this, but loads of folk that obviously the knee-jerk reactions and stuff like that, and a lot of people want rid of Dialer and things like that. I think you get rid of him and then it solves all the problems. Somebody came out with a statement and he says, well, seeing as we're out now, I reckon Ronnie must give us the treble and the quarter-finals in the Europa League or he's got to go.
What the fuck?
I'm like, what? We've won 3 trebles in our history, and in the Europa League or the UEFA equivalent, we've probably got the quarter-finals twice or 3 times. I think 3 times maybe.
But that's an indication of how people see football. Well, neither are the Champions League. What I want is the fucking treble, and I want the quarterfinals of the Europa League, or you're fucking out of here. That's like, people misunderstand sport, going like, yeah, you have to earn these things. Your team has to be good enough. There's a whole lot of fucking things that have fall into place to make that possible. And it can be made possible by you showing up and supporting the players in the park. Now, if the players are shite, then...
You're absolutely right, Joe. But the thing is, I always go back to when fucking the old Rangers were winning 9 in a row. See the players they were signing then, they were further in front, or they should have been, than the rest of Scottish football than we are at the minute.
Yeah.
But they were winning the league in the last day of the season.
I don't believe anybody... See just what you're saying there, though, right? I mean, I don't believe any manager has to win any treble ever. However, I'll tell you, Bonnie Dyler is going to be judged now on how this team performs in the Europa League, without a shadow of a doubt. If that team is a shambles for these 6 games, then they're about the door, I believe.
You think?
They'll be judged, because we all know that Celtic has the best team in Scotland. We all know we can win the Premier League. We all know we can drop players to go and play in Europe because we can win with the second string that we've done at Dundee United. But if that team goes out and is shambolic for those 6 games and they didn't show anything and they're getting beat left, right and centre, they're about the door. And I tell you what, you could probably... I mean, I don't know. I'm maybe getting a bit ahead of myself, but maybe deservedly so. Because he said himself he'll be judged this season by his team. Europe's the yardstick for us, like, no Scottish football, that's not the yardstick. Europe's the yardstick. And the Europa League, as you said, Jason, that's more our level, and that's me. I'm excited about playing the Europa League. I genuinely am. But if we go out there and we're getting fucking humped left, right and centre and embarrassed in the Europa League against teams that are probably on a par with us, then that's going to be big trouble for the manager. And rightly so, like, in my opinion.
So, that's a fair point. There's got to become a tipping point. You know, we can't just blindly just fucking... I mean, I do like the guy and I want the guy to succeed, but at the end of the day, if it's a results business... There'll be
a groundswell. I mean, there'll be a groundswell if that...
See, to be fair, there's a fair minority of Celtic supporters will get rid of him now.
Oh, definitely. That's... okay. I'd say it's a sizable minority.
And I think your gutter press are just waiting, you know, because they can't wait to put the boot into us. So they are just waiting with the typewriters at the ready, praying for us to get humped in that Europa League so they can get their wee article right. And I told you. Cunts of that, Hugh Keevans and everything.
And that's why tonight and tomorrow this could be important. The players that they bring in, the business and the do, but it seems pretty transparent that there's not going to be any surprise moves, I don't think.
Yeah, but you can only hope,
the
though.
thing is, about any of these players they bring in, why did they not bring them in 5 weeks ago? Why did they not bring them in last Christmas? So it gives a chance in the Champions League. It doesn't make any sense to me. What's the point of bringing them in now?
Because I think that they thought, and I'll be honest with you, I thought we had a team good enough to qualify for the Champions League. I honestly believe
I did as well, and that's part of the reason why I was
everybody's shocked,
devastated.
I'll be back in when I'm late, guys.
I was hoping to have my spirits lifted tonight, like.
Aye.
It really was.
There you go, mate. You're on the wrong show.
That's true, I'm on the wrong show.
You look forward to coming over the weekend?
Can't wait, man. I really can't wait. Are you free for lunch then on Friday?
I don't know. I'll need to see, because I've asked for the what's leaving. I'm meant to be going out for lunch there, so I'll give you a shout. What time are you in town at?
I fly in at about like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to hopefully get a wee rehearsal space to practice for a couple of hours in the morning, you know, and then just kind of wander around. I'm meeting Paul then later on in the evening to about 5 o'clock in the tow booth to go up to
Where are you meeting him?
The tow booth.
All right, what are you getting up there for? Because you're getting up there. How you getting to Carluke? You getting a lift?
He's got a lift sorted.
Right, okay.
So,
I thought you were going to Carluke straight away.
Nah. I'm going to the city to do a bit of practicing and then meeting Paul. We're getting the lift.
So wait a minute. What time you fly to Glasgow?
About 7 in the morning I fly out.
What you got to do all that time?
I'm going to practice in the rehearsal space, like I said to you.
I wasn't here. I was away at nice.
Oh no, I'm going to get a wee rehearsal space in Glasgow. Like we do them for like £8 an hour. You can get like 2 hours in practice. I mean,
All right, like a wee studio type thing. Like.
oh, it's like a wee rehearsal space. They have a PA set up and stuff, and they're all sound.
Stop saying rehearsal space. Just tell me what it is. I thought
It's
the studio was a room.
It's a
bring
fucking-
your guitar with you, Joe.
It's a soundproof room with with speakers and a place to plug your guitar in and a microphone. You can practice.
Right. So it's like a wee studio.
Almost. I hear it. It's a wee studio. There you go.
And then are you bringing your guitar, Joe?
I'm bringing my guitar. Aye.
It's fucking hard. We hard pushed to play without it.
Looking forward to it. That should be a crack. I mean, Jason. I mean, what should I do in Carluke?
What should you do, Carlo?
Hide.
Uh,
Pray.
but probably go and get a Greg's.
There's a Greg's. I'm sold. There's a Greg's.
There's a Greg's.
Can meet me on Friday?
What's that?
You can meet me.
When are you flying it?
I'll be in Glasgow, but I land at 3.
But I'm meeting Paul and leaving at 5.
Yeah, but I was saying I'll be there for fucking 3:30.
Oh, well,
I'm meeting Liam.
Right, well, then I'll meet you then somewhere.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Rennick's took the day off. Rennick's took the day off work. He's coming up early. I'm in Kiddle, coming up for Alva, so meet
See,
them.
I'm trying to stay as far away from alcohol as possible during the day, like, because I don't want to be half juiced playing this game.
Better not bother meeting me then.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm probably going to meet Paul literally at 5 o'clock outside the tow booth. You know what I mean? And then just drink coffee and stuff for the day. Have a bit of breakfast, wander around. Busk, who knows?
I can't wait for my first pint in Dublin Airport.
And Dublin Airport?
I can't wait. Like going on holiday.
Party lifestyle. Party lifestyle.
So what we doing for the international weekend? I couldn't even tell you who Scotland's playing.
When are the games on? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know who they're playing.
It's Friday, I think.
It'll be either Germany, Georgia, or who else is in the group? Ireland. That's not them, is it?
It's Georgia, right? I think, is it?
Ireland will be either playing Germany or Georgia.
I
think Scotland will play Georgia.
I think Ireland are playing Georgia.
In Georgia, I mean, what else? Does it get 2 games?
Ireland are playing Georgia. I don't know.
I thought Ireland playing Georgia, no.
Well, I've no idea.
I'm going to be. So, what's the crack? You're obviously going to Carluke for Paul's book launch. Is it sold out at this stage? We don't even have to do any adverts or anything, do we?
No, I think it's sold out.
Sold out, should be crack. Well, I'm playing for an hour, and then I'll obviously go down and meet the people. You know?
Playing for an hour?
An hour,
Yeah, enough material for an hour, Joe.
Oh,
I'm meeting. I'm meeting. Oh, it's all right. I can't.
Have you got? Joe, have you got like a couple of jokes in that to throw in? Have you got an hour worth of material?
like in terms of like songs?
Aye.
I have an hour worth of material.
Have you, aye?
I think it's a good mixture of stuff. Like it's not your fucking. It's not all Irish and trad and rebel stuff. Like
Aye.
it's a good mixture of stuff. It's some of my stuff, bit of Christy Moore, bit of Lobby Sifri, of course. I mean, bit of Stone Roses. You know what I mean?
Oh, eh?
So it'd be a good track.
Jason, you do know Joe plays in a band, like?
Did play in a band.
No, I didn't. I knew that, but I know he doesn't. No, I didn't think he did anymore.
Oh, do you?
So there you go.
Yeah, but I dare say he's not forgot all the songs.
Aye.
See, that's the thing. I'm printing them out this week so I can bring them with me.
Fucking hell. Man, that's about fucking Paul Heaton on the stage with all the words.
Because when you're playing in Carluke, I mean, I think all they listening up there is like Kayleys and shit like that. So the Gay Gordons and all that.
Well,
Tough crowd, eh? Tough crowd.
it's gonna be a quiet night.
They're still on the long life milk up there. The bagging is on once a week.
I have a few fucking Joe Dolan tracks up my fucking sleeve. I mean. Oh me, oh my, you're such a good looking woman.
Joe Dolan, fucking Christy Moore mentions him and welcome to the cabaret.
That's right, aye. Fucking Joe Dolan and Dickie Rock. Me and my brother gate crashed at Dickie Rock concert one night. Dickie Rock's like a show band legend in Ireland, right? It was blue rinse, fucking everywhere you looked. Me and my brother at the front high-fiving fucking old women. It was brilliant. Oh, fuck. I love show band music. Right, what are we talking about now?
So what's the agenda on Friday then? Are you on before Paul or are you on after? You're on after Paul, I
think I'm the end of it, right?
Aye, so you need to stay relatively sober.
What?
No.
You need to stay relatively sober
Oh,
then.
I absolutely. Aye. That's why I'm getting rehearsal space, so I don't fucking wind up in fucking weather
I'd
space.
say you'd be better if you're drunk.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Take some drugs.
The Bill Johnny's in the chat room where he says, "Don't come near Carluke sober, for fuck's sake."
Grand. I fucking here. Listen, if it's going bad, it'll be a half hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come here. I thought you had a hotel.
No, I'm staying with somebody. I don't give a, I'll crash anywhere.
Yeah, but I thought you did tell me you had a hotel because I never booked a hotel on Friday, and I was thinking, no, maybe I'll find out where Joe is, and I'll just.
Carluke. Gosh, about 50 quid in a taxi.
No, I thought you maybe was coming back in the city or something. No,
Now, sure, it's going to run late. It's only like 11, 12 o'clock. What
I
time
didn't
is
even know
it?
if there would be hotels in Carluke, would there?
Well, there's the Carluke Hilton.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there is a guest house or something. I don't know.
I'm crashing on somebody's house.
I've not got a hotel. Like, I'm just going to go back to Allo and fucking last train. Something like that, probably.
Are you flying out the next day then? Yeah.
4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Eh?
I'm flying out Saturday night, so I'll meet you on Saturday anyway, at least.
Maybe not. Because
Are you flying in Saturday night? Me and Linda are in town. My mate Gary, him and his wife and kids, they're emigrating to Australia. Just his leaving night and Saturday night in the town, so we'll be in Glasgow on Saturday night, Joe. So we'll get a few drinks in.
Happy days. I'll call and see you.
because I'll probably be because Rennick phoned me on Saturday night there, so I'm going to probably go on the last train back to Allo with them 2012.
I think we should finish this show now. I think everybody's interested.
Because maybe anybody who's not going to the book launch, if you want to come and see Elias Kidd with me and Liam and Jim Haddle, he's more than welcome.
That sounds like a great night.
Yeah.
May I have a better night than you?
If you want to hang with fucking Z-list celebrities.
Have you sent Jimmy's ticket over so that he's 100% sure he's got the ticket?
Jim, I have a boy's ticket.
Yeah, but he needs proof. Never mind that it was his fault. I had to print fucking 500 tickets for the Kano dance. Because he kept at me, he kept busting my head. You get these tickets, you get these tickets. I said, just fucking turn up, you better you've got a seat. And so I went get them up. I went a couple of years ago, and I went and get them all printed, and I destroyed them on Twitter. It was raging. It went well, but I think the folk that booked tickets, he'd booked tickets with, and he kept saying, have you got these tickets yet? And I was like, but there isn't any fucking tickets.
No, he wanted physical tickets.
Aye, so I went and get 500 printed. He stuck a donation into the Kano Foundation.
Well, anyway, I'm telling you.
This lad in the chat right there, he says, printed it out myself. He needs proof, because he wouldn't even believe when he had a ticket till he's got it in physical presence.
I maybe kidnap him and Liam and take them back to Allo with me. Then they'll have an experience. I've got an all-night house party lined up to go to Pratley.
Just as a text through there, somebody tell Joe I've got a bottle of Buckfast with his name on it. None of that sober bollocks.
I'll relatively sober. Listen, that's why I'm practicing. So at least it'll be muscle memory if a few drinks on me, you know. Just fucking plow through it. It'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Practicing a few tunes. I can't wait. Really can't wait. But then again, I haven't been there yet, so who the fuck knows what could happen?
No, a good night.
I'm looking forward.
You want to go? You what?
I'm looking forward to hearing about it next week.
Is there going to be a podcast recorded out there or no?
I hope it's this.
No, because Richard's not there, so the rest of them couldn't have had a press up my brewery without Richard there.
Oh, so he's
to hold their hands.
He's the tech genius.
Aye. I hope Mac's listening.
I listened to the latest Carluke podcast. It was very, very good. I enjoyed that now.
You only listened to it because you knew they were going to be talking about you.
Of course.
Right.
But right, we're on good and bad then. Wrap this up.
I think the threes are unanimous. Bad.
I think it's been nothing but bad. The thing is, it was so bad in Malmo to see the game at the weekend. I kind of half watched it out of one eye. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, the weekend I was glad because see after losing the goal and the natives could have got restless. You know what I mean? But the team done well to come back. I thought it was actually a decent enough game. I thought St Johnson weren't too bad. But Aye, it was losing that goal, and it was a bit like, oh fuck, you know. And it's you just don't want, you know, because obviously the knives are out for Dyler,
Aye.
you know, and they are, and he's gonna have to produce the goods because I still believe in him. I hope he turns it around. I really want him to succeed. I like him as a guy, you know. I want him to, but as I said, you called it, Harper. He's got to adapt.
Do you think a good run in the Europa League or a half-decent run will give him another crack at the Champions League next year?
Aye, without a doubt. I'd say if we can qualify after Christmas, in the Europa League, win the league and the Scottish Cup, I think everybody will be back on side with him. Yep.
If we're playing European football next year, Champions League with distant memory.
Yep. Yeah. Because you might mind the buzz when we drew into Milan.
Aye.
Yeah.
You know, that Parkhead was rocking.
Aye.
You know, so when you look at the teams that are in that the Europa League, fucking hell, there's some teams in that. You know, and so if we can get through this and get a wee trip to Bilbao, all's forgiven. To be honest with you, all's forgiven now. To be honest, I'm gutted because I'm talking about it. You know, but
there's a tweet there saying Sekovic is gone.
Has he?
Wrong Rose just
said. He's been photographed at Getafe, hasn't he?
Who, Getafe?
Aye, that's who he's away, isn't it?
Oh, you, Getafe, my grass.
Aye, they're for just outside Madrid. There you go. There you go. I've had loads of tweets here. I've not even had my mobile on. So Celtic Rock and Roars about the coefficient. Scotland are 23rd in the coefficient. Take Celtic out, and we're 44th behind Azerbaijan.
Right.
So we're 23rd, but you can't take Celtic because we're part of Scotland.
No, and you could probably say that about a lot of teams for these other countries as well. Take that team out and they're fucking. You know what I mean, so that's. I never really got that one. I've been hearing that since last week, but I never really didn't see the point in it.
Aye, I know, but it's.
So that's too good and bad. Okay. We're just stumbling along here talking shit.
Well, bad has been kind of already decided. I mean, bad for all of us was Malmo.
They just deciding my fucking bad for me turned bad. Thanks very much.
Go ahead then. You fire ahead.
My bad was Malmo last week. No, do you know what? No, seriously, do you know what my bad was? It stems from Malmo, obviously, but my bad is the age that we live in with the internet and the sort of aggressive negativity, the sort of how do I word this? Like everybody who you just read about the next day, people want the manager sacked.
Yeah,
everything is like, and it just kind of, and the Europa League shite. All the teams in the Europa League are shite, and quite clearly they're not. Like, you know, and I'm reading all this stuff on Celtic Minded and the likes, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm not a fucking.
What you like? You're like.
I'm not a cheerleader though. I'm not a fucking. I'm not a happy clapper by any fucking means. But apparently, I'm the kind of guy that Peter loves because I still fucking believe in supporting Celtic every week. And it's all right for me to say that living in Ireland, but believe me, I've done my dues. I went home and away every fucking week till I moved here, right? And I still believe hand on heart I would be going home and away every week. It's just what you do. You go on the bus and you go and see Celtic. That was fucking what my life was. So I didn't understand the. I mean, I went all right through fucking the Huns winning 9 in a row. I didn't understand the concept of people thinking that if we're no fucking amazingly brilliant, then I'm not going to see Celtic. That's fuck is that? I didn't get that, and that is my bad because I didn't. I'm not on the same wavelength of these people at all. I didn't understand how they come up with this.
Yeah,
just didn't get it.
Somebody came up with a quote and says, "If you can't support us when we get beat, don't support us when we win." You know, at the end of the day, some Celtic fans are just utter cretins. You know, and that's bad, but that's the way it is. They expect this winning conglomerate. It's not like a football team that goes through highs and lows. You know, and it's at the end of the day, I kind of slag the board when I believe they deserve slagged, and I think they do in this stage, because I think Scottish football is dying and Celtic's playing a big part of that. But as for the 11 guys that are running out there wearing a green and white jersey, I'll never stop supporting them, because that's part of me, and it's like there is a sick part of you that kind of, see, when you're a die-hard, when it doesn't matter whether they win or lose, you'll be there regardless. There's a sick part of you that revels when you lose, because you kind of say, well, we're all still here, and it's like this sort of siege mentality. I've never been 100% comfortable with Celtic being the biggest team in Scotland and the kind of, we're the juggernaut. I've never really been comfortable with that, because I was never...
I didn't really think about it.
That's a fact.
But I didn't really think about it, though.
No, I didn't. It's got nothing to do with me supporting Celtic. Celtic could get relegated and I'll still go. I'd probably go more. I can always mind Noel Gallagher. And he's a guy quite a lot of folk look up to. I think he seems a decent enough guy. But he said in one of his books that when Man City get relegated to the third division, the three brothers never missed a game, home and away, because they kind of made it, right, the team needs us now. And they were getting like 30,000 and stuff like that in the old second division. And it's like, the Sevco hang, I know they died, but they've all bought into this new club. They're loving it now.
Yeah.
They're like fucking, I don't watch them at all, but you're seeing all these things. They think it's fucking the best thing since sliced bread. And it's just like this togetherness that they've got, that Celtic we kind of haven't got now. I don't know. Our
club and its fucking infinite wisdom booked 17 fucking flights for the Dundee United game, right? Prior to fucking Malmo. So that game's now a Europa League week. That game's moved to the Sunday. That's all the flights up there. The club's still just going to go to Glasgow for a fucking piss up, I tell you, right? But I'm going to just go Saturday. I'm leaving them in Glasgow. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go see my daughter, all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Stay the night. And I can't wait to go on the supporters bus the next day and come up to the football, because I guarantee you, fucking half that bus will be the same guys that I was going to the football with 10 years ago on that bus before I moved to Ireland. They'll still be there. Yeah. And I guarantee you, it doesn't matter to fuck to them whether it's Europa League or Champions League, they'll still be going. And I can't, because that's what I say, that's a way of life, that's what it is. It's the crack with your mates. So, I mean, I think it's a wee bit different for people actually outside Glasgow in a funny way, because you get that sort of thing when it's your bus.
And even the home games, you get it.
It's your bus every single game. Aye. So you get that sort of, I don't know if togetherness is the right bus, but it's guys that you only seen at the football, like on the bus. It's no maybe know your mates in everyday life, but they're your mates at the football, if you know what I mean? Guys all different ages and that. So I can't wait. I actually cannot fucking wait. I mean, Joe's been on that bus. It's a great bus. I can't wait to go up the Sunday. And I'm going to say, it's actually a bank holiday weekend here. It's October bank holiday, so I might stay in Glasgow on the Sunday night and fly back on the Monday. I've not decided yet. We'll see what the price are like. But I can't wait. Just can't wait for that. It's actually not too bad for me that fucking we're playing on Sunday.
Aye, and I mean, the thing is, got to watch Celtics a way of life. It's just part of you.
I miss it every single week, man. I miss it every single week.
That's what you do. I know, and it's like, but it's all these fair weather supporters. You just say to yourself, what else do you do with yourself on a Saturday? What do you, see when you say, no, I'm not going to the game. It's never enough if you've got a night out with your wife, or when you've got all your kids have got something, you've got something on, or you're on holiday or whatever. But a run of them all Saturday, you've not got anything on, and you turn and, I'm not going, I'm going to go up for a few pints. And I'm like, what? But see, when I was a kid, this is true, right? I never missed a game, home and away. I went constantly, right? And I can mind one Saturday. I can't remember the reason, but I didn't make the game. It was away. I think it was away Easter Road. And something happened. I think I was working at maybe lie on a wee bit and I missed the bus or something. And do you know, I stayed in the house until about 7 that night before I went out, because I was thought somebody will see me and they'll know I wasn't at the game. I'll not be able to get them. I don't want to come up with an excuse why I wasn't there. It was this, like, I couldn't go out of this. I was devastated because I'd missed the game. It's just like, it's like, it was like missing mass. It was like no going to mass. And it was like you this Celtic guilt complex that you weren't at the game. But you get into that kind of habit. And obviously having kids and stuff like that and certain jobs that I've had and whatever, I can't go as much as I would want. I'd never miss a game, if it was like... See if my two kids were in it and they've got season tickets. But my son, he doesn't bother his arse with it. Ellie, she likes it. So I take her and her pals, but sometimes her and her pals are doing stuff on a Saturday and she'd maybe rather do girly things. But she goes probably maybe 3/4 of the time with me. But see if they were mad into it, I'd take them to every away game. I would be back going everywhere if the two of them were mad into it, because it'd be me spending time with them, but they aren't, and I'm gutted. But I'd be taking them everywhere. That'd be me. It would rekindle me going to every single game. Because I get to quite a few aways now, and I always get a European trip or whatever. But it's part of me, and I just love going to see. And that's how I feel that passionate about Scottish football and about, like, see this going to England. I don't want Celtic to go to England. I don't. I've been grew up. I mean, I'm quite. I would always think I'm a bit of a progressive kind of dude. I would think I always like embrace change and things like that. But there are certain things in your life that you want to always keep the same. And like Celtic, I don't care about balance sheets. I just want to watch 11 guys playing football. I want to play football the right way. But I want them to play in Scotland, because that's where we've always played. We've got a duty to Scottish League. Scottish League is good to us, and it's like...
I'm a wee bit different, if I can just jump in on that, right? I, as supporting for afar, if you like, would probably like to see us get out of Scottish football. However, if I was still staying in Scotland, I wouldn't want us to leave Scottish football from my own selfish point of view. Because I want to be able to get up on a fucking Saturday or Sunday morning, know I'm going to get the bus at 12 o'clock, and I'm only going up, I can go to every game.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? But if you wouldn't be able to, you don't have to pick. You'd have to pick and choose games as Celtic will play in England or a European League, Atlantic League, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You'd only be going to home games and the odd away game. That's completely different. That turns it into a fucking sort of...
You're playing Europe every week. Aye, and it's like, plus the fact you get into England and it's like, Celtic then become the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
They start having players that are earning 90 grand a week, 100 grand a week. And okay, you've got a full stadium of tourists and Japanese folk and that coming all the time and everything. See, then I'd probably give up.
But then again, the question
I probably wouldn't. But, my ethos would all change and it would be like, because I'd get into Liverpool, go watch Everton, my mates, and it's because of the habit, and I love my mates' company, and I love having, but I detest that English Premiership. I've got no interest in it. See, hero worshipping guys that are on 100 grand a week and things like that. Nah. Honestly, the buzz burst in there for me. Yeah. And it's just, it's disgusting, to be honest with you.
But I mean, like, is it then that what we believe in as Celtic fans, like in terms of like supporters, and you mention buses and old, what would be considered old school now? Is that sort of culture outdated in modern football? Is that one of the problems?
Aye, definitely. It's totally changed. It's like Celtic fans were always rebels, right? We always rebelled against everything. We're just like, we needed a cause. The Green Brigade unfurled that banner at the weekend in the stadium boos. Yeah. You're like, what? They're like the Green Brigade, are, whether you like it or they're like the voice of the youth. And I think they're quite progressive and they're bullshit and whatever. And we've disagreed with things they've done on this show, but we've loved things that they've done as well. But I think on the whole, we all like them, and they're like good Celtic supporters and they get behind the team like no other in the stadium. So I liked that they were, we can all sit in our hands and say Everton's great because we won the league every year, but Everton isn't great. The Green Brigade can look up to the left of them in the top tier and there's big flags covering bits of the stadium. It wasn't so long ago, 10 years ago, they were talking about we should make the main stand 2-tier. Let the rest of the crowd in. I was like, aye, very good. This is going to bottom it. But it's bottomed out and then some. I honestly believe the way Scottish football's going, if you keep Regan and Doncaster and you keep all yes men there and we all like bowling club type chairman and stuff like that, guys with no vision for the game, I reckon Scottish football will be. It'll just fade away into insignificance.
We're on our way to being a glorified League of Ireland.
I never ever thought it would come to that. The thing is, you've got to look as well. Teams like Aberdeen, they're doing all right, they're getting big crowds. Tayside Derby are selling out. There is positives, it's not the game's not up, but it needs change to happen pronto. It needs people to come in. I mean, Barry Hearn come up and done that talk. Nobody could disagree with a word of it, but the thing is, they don't want somebody like him in there because every one of them's out of job tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Barry Hearn with all the chairman and saying, this is what's happening, he's on with this, or he's not. Well, your team will do a breakaway league then. Who's in?
Do you know why Irish football's more forward thinking than Scottish football?
Why?
They've not got as many fucking good teams, as good players and all that. But at least when things were going down the fucking absolute shithole, they says, well, wait a minute, what do we do here? And they moved to summer football, they moved to Friday night football, they done stuff. They fucking made changes, and there's absolutely no doubt Irish football has improved for them. Crowds have improved, there's more full-time teams again. So Irish football's got better, but you've got to fucking... I don't know how far it's got to go down the way for Scottish football to actually fucking realise, oh, wait a fucking minute. It's got to happen before it gets too late. That's the thing, because once it gets down that bad, it'll be a long, long fucking way to get back, if you ever get back to where they need to be. From Celtic's point of view.
You've got a highlights package, that's all that's available if you've not got Sky TV. You've got a highlights package for Scottish football that's on a Sunday night when the kids are in bed. How's that bringing your next generation to the football? If you've not got Sky Telly and you've got Sky Sports or BT Sports and you're a young guy going to school and your mum and dad make you go to bed at 10 o'clock, you do not see any Scottish football.
It's easier to see Scottish football if you live outside Scotland.
Yeah.
They're selling fucking Scottish football to China. You know what I mean? You can turn on Fox television in America and get a Celtic game. There's no coverage in Scotland of fucking Scottish football.
They're fucking idiots. Honestly, the full lot of them. They're neat and redded out, the lot of them. And I'm including the Celtic board in that. They're incompetent. They're just no fit for purpose. The game is one of the crown and jewel of Scottish society, Scottish football. You look back in the Harlequin days, it's something we've all took great pride in, and it's dire now. And it's just, you just look at it, and you're living in Ireland, but you walk through the park, I live next to a park where about 3 young youth teams training, and you walk in there and none of them are wearing Scottish football strips, none of the kids.
Yeah.
They're all wearing Barcelona, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Man United, Man City, Chelsea. I mean, see the amount of Man City strips you see now? And just say, you'd never seen a Man City strip here 20 years ago.
Just wait and see the New York City strips coming out.
Oh, aye.
Because I've seen plenty of those.
The thing is, by the way, see in America, football is taking off big time.
Huh?
It's getting massive over there. See, when you walk through New York now, you walk down the street and there's kids, you turn the corner and people are walking by you with Chelsea strips on, Man City strips, Man United strips. By the way, they're all into it. It's taking off big time. I tell you, see once they get their nut together and they get that MLS, like promotion, relegation, whatever, they'll have the best league in the world.
That New York City team, actually, right, and I thought that's a team that's going to flounder, but actually I think they're going to be a massive success in it, because there was a guy from my work was sent there to work in Flanders there for 3 weeks.
I don't know if they will have.
But one of the first things he done was, I want to go see a football match, and I think so much of that, there's so many fucking English and Scottish people now, they go there. The games just filled with tourists who want to go see a football match, so they'll go see New York City because they're playing in the city. They're not playing out in New Jersey like Red Bulls. They're playing in Yankee Stadium, wherever it's going to be. It's easy to go see them, if you know what I mean. Half their crowd will just be tourists, and they'll build a support anyway within the city. Not a big support, but they'll always have that tourist side to it. The English people, there's that many people going there holidaying. They'll get decent enough crowds. They will. And because they're signing these sort of superstars that people will, well, I know I'm going to go and see a fucking Lampard, a Villa, or whoever the fuck it is else is playing for them. You know what I mean? I think they actually are going to be a success now. I've changed my mind on that completely.
I think the league has gone places, and I think I think once the Americans get it together, and because obviously they've still got a big disparity, they're allowed so many key players, and then the rest are like youth players and things like that. So there's a big difference with the wages and things. But when they can get a certain league set up, like maybe 2-3 leagues with promotion, relegation, they get their shit in order, and then they can sort of enter into your Copa Libertadores and stuff like that. You watch them go.
Joe, did you know Samaras is in New York now?
That's right. The Cosmos. Big Georgius.
Fucking hell.
Right. He's the new Giorgio Cellini with him. He was a talent boy. Cellini was a big hero, wasn't he?
That's right.
In the old Cosmos. Aye. So big Georgios can maybe step in there. But it's
well, the Greeks will start going to the games. That's what's the fucking.
but they're running buses for Astoria.
Right,
it's one of the. So what?
Hello, you there?
I just thought we'd move on to one fucking good.
Right, good. It's good.
One bad just fucking slipped into a whole fucking.
It digressed very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Well, I had another fucking bad, by the way. Just I don't get my fucking scooter back and realised it was fucking Malmo colours the day of the fucking game. That was a bad moment right away.
So essentially, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. We wasted the entire podcast blaming Ronnie Denley and the team, and it's all your
fucking
fault.
Malmo colours, New York City colours, Man City colours, all the fucking teams were spoken about tonight.
Yep. Subconsciously. Yeah.
My good was the Europa League draw. Loved it.
Good.
I was absolutely buzzing at the end of it. And it's like obviously Ajax. You're like you want to get it right into them. I mean, make no bones about it. Celtic part will be rocking that night, and they'll bring a phenomenal support. And all right, we don't like them, but I mean the thing is, I know a load of good Celtic men that run buses and they're like major Celtic fans that have got loads of Ajax fans, Ajax mates. You know, that they come over, because there's a wee bit of link out a while back here, because we'd played in the 80s and guys kind of got together. And but they've got a proper support. I know they've got a lot of loons that support them, but they will fill their away end. Celtic could give them more tickets, you know, if they're struggling to sell them. They could bring 6,000-7,000, no bother. But the atmosphere they create, that place will be bouncing. And obviously you don't want it turned over in your own backyard. And then Fenerbahce, they Turks travel in some numbers. You know, they're absolute, that's their life. You know, so, and then the away games, I bring it on. Molde, maybe not giving them enough respect. I don't really know too much about them. But they're not really good as well. They'll bring a good support with them. But bring it on. I'm really looking forward to it. And I think the home games, Molde is the only early kick-off, the 6 o'clock, the other 2 are 8s.
Aye, that's right.
I bet the Polish wish the Ajax was a 6. I know.
That's going to be wild, man. I can even remember back when fucking we played them. Wasn't it? What year was it? Remember Avaladze scored for them?
Oh, when
that was we beat them. That was the one we beat them 3-1. Did we beat them over there? And then we beat us 1-0 at Celtic Park.
I can't even remember. There was even trouble in the crowd that night. Remember, there was trouble in the Ajax end that night. Fucking all of them all get listed.
Is that my one goal made a bit? I think. I can't remember.
What year was that again?
That was Martin O'Neill. That was
2000.
That was 2001 probably, because we got to Seville 2003. So I think it was 2001 maybe. I think that was when Martin O'Neill kind of arrived that night in Amsterdam.
Where is the Europa League final next year?
I don't know. Check it. Somebody tweet it is.
Right, so that's your good. My good was did you see the videos of WJ and Palatini?
Right.
Excellent.
That was brilliant. That was fantastic.
It was unofficial. Actually, even better than that, I thought was the pictures in York Hill.
It's in Ball in Switzerland.
All right,
That's
that's
shit.
right.
Like that. Holds
But
me
no, but Joe, as you were saying, like you've probably seen the pictures as well for York Hill.
Oh, of him in the hospital, yeah.
Aye, because he was unofficial. I think he was unofficial Celtic ambassador duties, was he not?
Was.
Did that. Aye, so no, that was great. Like, no, fucking. I mean, me Jay's actually got like, know how football players go on to see sick kids. Me Jay's actually going out to see sick kids as an ambassador for Celtic. It's fucking brilliant, man. Really is. It's a heartwarming story, eh?
Fantastic, and you seen him holding the Celtic Foundation crest with Palanatini, you know.
Did you know it? Sorry, did you see the video of him in the car?
I was going to say, in the car, singing These Streets. Brilliant, man. And then he dedicated a song to
you know, hear him with his wee guitar and Palanatini says, "What's your favourite song?" And he started singing, "Hail."
I didn't see that one, though.
And his mom's singing away there. You can see Paolo's a bit, he was joining a wee bit. It was a bit. Good.
He dedicated, I seen the video for the gig as well. He dedicated the song when he was on the stage and that, so no, it's fucking brilliant, eh?
He's the guy I'd love to get on this show. So if you're out there and you know him, give us a shout. Actually, that's my good. Harper, you're good.
I've got fucking loads of good. Just asked about the Dingle Gin.
Absolutely Dingle Gin. Imagine somebody that doesn't come from the central belt of Scotland listening to that fucking nonsense, trying to decipher what you're talking about.
Sorry, I finished off a bottle of Dingle Gin.
How about the Mets? They know a good thing.
I've got, as I say, I've got lots of good things. The Mets are going to hump the Phillies again tonight. We're 5.5 clear. We'll be, I'm going to Glasgow for the weekend. Happy fucking days. Got to meet up with Liam. I'm looking forward to it. Got to meet up with Jim. Got to meet two of my best mates for my whole fucking life. Even although one of them's a hun, he's going to have to fucking, he's going to be mixed company. So I'm just looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to Europa League. I'm looking forward to coming in October, going to the game, having the weekend and fucking all in Glasgow, seeing the family, seeing the friends. I've got horrors to look forward to at the minute. I'm fucking, living the dream.
You're riding the crest of waves.
Fucking unbelievable.
I know.
I'm going about here in a bit. I tell you what, do you know what I'm loving, right? Out in my Vespa at the minute, and it's just a head turner, man. Anywhere I go, I even just go slow, just so people can look at me. It's great.
Do they have shocked looks in their face, or?
Do you know I went through Balbriggan? I never drive through Balbriggan, Joe, right? I always take a right at the fucking barracks and go up the other way so I can avoid all the traffic lights.
Aye.
Last week, I've just been going through the town, so I get stopped at the traffic lights. Just I see everybody looking at me, looking at the bike, and that's fucking great.
No, what you should do, Harper? There's a barber, right, called Shaves on the main street.
I know. I see his bikes.
Just park your bike in there and go in and ask about prices and see. He'll love you.
Do you know what, Joe? I want to share this with you now. My beloved's just walked into the kitchen there, and I've just broke the news to her that Tato's have discontinued chickatees and they don't do them anymore. No, you're saying earlier on.
It's gone.
Aye.
Same thing happened on a
She's standing there, her jaw's just whacked off the linoleum there.
Jason, you should be. You go to all these fucking places all over the world, right? You're taking her to the fucking Delano, Miami, and fucking New York, this, that. How you not took her to Tato Park? Fucking beef just up the road here.
She actually believed me there.
Jason, you're a fucking caravan in Bettystown. You know there's a Tato Park, eh?
No, I've been in Bettystown, but I didn't know there was a Tato Park.
There is a Tato Park.
There's an actual Tato Park now with a fucking giant roller coaster and all that. Aye, honestly.
Aye.
Swear to God, you get a
Where is it, in Bettystown?
No, it's near Bettystown.
Close enough. Where is it, Joe?
It's near Bettystown. It's
not
far.
Enough,
Aye. I've not been in Bettystown for a few years. I like it there.
I think you're above Bettystown at this stage, given your destinations this far.
I'd love to go to the old A-Town races. That must just be near where you live, Joey.
That's another road,
obviously.
Aye. It's on 2
Come
weeks,
up soon, isn't it? Aye.
Couple of weeks. Aye. I've been there a few times. Never won a fucking bet in life. Great though. It's great, Jason.
Aye, right on the beach.
It's only legalised horse racing on a beach in I think in the world, Southern Europe.
Aye, that's right.
That you can officially bet on it. There's Channel 4 races go to and everything.
Aye. No.
You know, one year the fucking horse never took the turn. Do you know this story?
No.
Right. So the
Well,
only...
I thought they were always straight sprints,
Right, and this is why. There used to be a fucking turn, and they'd come back again, right? 1 year, fucking the horse unseated his jockey, right? Does the turn, jumps the fucking dike, into the boyne, swims across the fucking boyne, right? Now it's a fucking racehorse, like, no, worth fucking however, hundreds of thousands of pounds, swims across the boyne, and they fucking pick up fucking an orchard next to the pub across by eating fucking apples off a tree. Now, that's a true story, right? Barry Rennick doesn't believe me because he says to me, horses can't swim. Horses are great swimmers.
That's how they train them.
Aye, exactly. That's the horse jumped the fucking, what do you call that thing that they put between the sea and a river?
Like the sea and the river.
It has a name, it's got a thing, but anyway, it jumped that into the boyne, off it fucking went. Fuck this, it says. Huh?
They found to eat apples.
Aye, fucking an orchard next to the pub. Fucking, I can't remember the pub.
Sounds like a fucking fairy tale.
The horse googled the fuck out of it. I can't find any documented proof, but I'm sure that's a true story.
Fuck's sake, sounds like a fucking Hans Christian Andersen fucking tale.
Oh, there you go.
I know.
Right, we're wrapping this up.
Aye.
Right, so there'll probably be no show next week unless there's a Carl Luke sort of fill in.
How will there no show next week?
It's an international game.
Nah, but we fucking want to hear all about the fucking the night.
Well, we'll see how intense the fear is when I come back on Saturday night, and we'll see how that goes. You know, but I'm looking forward to Carly. Can't wait. Look forward to it.
Well, it'd be fucking Monday or Tuesday.
Hopefully. Right, that's us done and Nagger. There's do babysitting. So, hail, folks. Jason.
Hail.
Harbour.
I'm going to have 3/4 of Gordon's gin because I just noticed I've got an opt-out with 3/4 of gin in it, and that's all left now. So.
There you go.
Staying up late to watch the Mets or no?
No, fucking not in the morning, man.
Right, good luck, folks. Hail. Good night.
Sure.
Hail.
We are proud individuals living for the city, but the flame couldn't go much higher. We find God and religions to paint us with salvation, but nobody can give you the power to rise over love, over hate. Through this iron sky that's fast becoming our mind, over free earth and into freedom. Oh, that light left dripping down the wall of a dream that cannot breathe in its harsh reality. Mass confusion, spoon-fed to the blind, serves now to define our cold society from which we'll rise over love, over hate. Through this iron sky that's fast becoming our
dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men. Machines